So hello everyone, this is Group 8. Today we're going to introduce the main operations of a very famous company, the KFC. So let's start it. Brief introduction about the company of our choice, KFC, aka Kentucky Fried Chicken. First, predecessor Standard Cart and Coffee was founded in 1930 by Colonel Harlan David Sanders in Louisville. So the first KFC franchise was established in 1952, Salt Lake City. After almost a century of rapid development, KFC has become one of the largest fast food brands in the world. At the end of 2019, KFC has more than 22,621 restaurants worldwide and covers more than 150 countries and regions. On average, more than 12 million customers visit KFC every day. Unlike most owners who directly manage a restaurant, KFC's business model is franchise business model. The parent company owns unique products such as the original recipe, Phillips burger, and the bucket, and allows others to use their well-known and classic meal logos, the business model, and else, but through a lesson. As an enforcement and management of the store, they must abide by the rules and conditions set by KFC. As the world's largest operator of the fried chicken and burger, KFC has never stopped in innovation and development. The most intuitive way of expression that is the KFC's flagship product, the original recipe, but without any meat. The expansion of their own customer group by release artificial meat and vegetarian fried chicken. This kind of transformation and innovation is a bold and full of tension for an old-fashioned fried chicken and burger restaurant, but it is undoubtedly successful. Just like the most classic slogan, it is a finger-licking good. KFC's value has always been to provide the freshest and purest food while bringing the best service. But whether it is for young people as the main customer group, any customer who wants to taste fried chicken will always have the desire to consume whatever they see Colonel Sanders' iconic face. The next I will show the general context of our analysis, which is including the KFC sustainable development and its action management, combination of innovation and 4VS approach, location and production strategy, supply chain, FMCG and quality process, service quality and support provisions, 4PS analysis method for the KFC's market strategy, two-dimensional analysis of KFC's marketing advantage and disadvantage of store location selection, based on improving profit from the production line to innovative product. It is also includes our self-made transformation process and the process map.
Hi, this is Rital Shaw, and I'm gonna talk about the KFC's marketing strategy through 4VS analysis and the 4PS. Let's start with the 4VS firstly. So when we talk about the 4VS, two of the most important part will be the volume dimension and the variety dimension. So according to the United States statistics that KFC sold an average of $1,305,000 US per unit in the US, which is the highest amount of the fast food chain. Also, it was larger than the previous year with $1,196,000 US per unit. This data can explain that the KFC has become one of the biggest fast food restaurants in the world. So let's talk about the variety dimension. So the KFC hold demand orientation strategy. This means that they provide special products based on different demand and living habits. We're going to talk about more details about this later. So about the 4PS analysis. First of all, the price and pricing strategy for KFC. It was originally very high at the beginning of KFC entered the market. However, it has gradually reduced and changed its targeted customer into the middle and upper middle classes. Also, KFC provides a set of combo products, which is normally cheaper and lower price than the usual products, which provide more chance for middle class or even some lower middle class to purchase KFC's products. Also about the product strategy, that KFC did this perfectly. This means that the KFC provides limited products in different areas like what I've mentioned before. For instance, they provide Sakura-related products in Japan, and they also sell Chinese traditional noodles in China as well. So I believe there are more special food provided in certain areas. I just made two examples here. About the promotion and advertisement strategy, then millions of viewers have been reported to watch KFC's advertisement each week, which can be said that the KFC's advertisement strategy was very wide. So the main way of KFC's advertisement will be through social networks, for example, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. KFC also print their newspaper and broadcast through the broadcast media as well. So also the KFC has so many perfectly taglines such as finger looking good, they are all attractive, nobody does chicken like KFC, as well as so good. Those taglines are really helpful for KFC to attract customers. So finally, about the place and distribution strategy, that KFC built more than 20,000 stores worldwide over more than 150 countries. Also, these stores are normally built in main cities, which located with huge human flow. This is benefit for KFC to attract more customers. So that's the end of my part.
Now let's focus on one of the most important decision areas of operation management, the location strategy. To minimize the cost, whether for the input of raw materials or the output of the finished products, the managers often locate their addresses close to suppliers, customers, or both. Through the cost, profit, volume simulation analysis, operators of KFC ensure that all the branches are located in main roads or crowded commercial areas to be closer to consumers to increase customer flow, so that the restaurants can easily attract the customers to enter and invite customers to participate in the production process through the higher visibility. In addition, such locations tend to have experienced catering labor and better infrastructure such as convenient transportation. All these factors are conducive to KFC to compete with other catering brands such as McDonald's and Burger King in a highly competitive market. It can achieve profits by reducing labor costs and the difficulty for consumers to enter. In terms of the production strategy, considering that KFC has a complete supply chain, which will be mentioned in subsequent presentations, suppliers will provide semi-processed the raw materials such as marinated fried chicken and fries for each restaurant. Therefore, the production type of KFC is more similar to line production. That is, within the limited range of goods or services. The designed products are mass produced in sequence through the production line. Different from the batch production, although KFC rapidly produces the existing products, it doesn't need to process them in stages or batches. Instead, It directly processes the work-in-progress inventory from suppliers according to customers' requirements. This type of production has low product variety and a high production volume. The low variety of products enable KFC to carry out regular and standardized production, thus reducing unit cost. And at the same time, this highly repetitive production leads to higher volumes to meet customers' demand for more profits. However, the limitation of this mode is that the transaction is very low. According to this figure, we can find that the transition of the line production is only higher than that of continuous processing, indicating that the KFC's production line can only produce the designed products, and when innovative products are launched, the cost of establishing new production lines may be very high. Next, my teammates will show you how the KFC maintains the service quality and achieve innovation on products.
Hi, I am Hansi. I'm going to present how KFC maintains quality and how they do their innovation on products. Quality control plays a virtual role on operation management. KFC uses two complementary programs to do their quality control, which are QSC and OFR. QSC stands for Quality, Service, and Cleanliness. KFC hires mystery customers to visit their store twice a month and give feedback based on restaurant's QSC. That helps managers to take immediate improvement actions and helps them inculcate an awareness of customers' expectations among employees. OFR stands for Operation Faculty Review. It requires restaurant managers to do their OFR evaluations for their restaurant at least once a week. That helps KFC to ensure their high operating standards and performance nationally consistent. Besides the two programs they run, KFC also hired a professional interviewing team to give service to its customers and customer complaint cards to receive people's expectations for KFC. And they will get a quality report based on customers' expectations. I see this as a transformation process, which is KFC input people, time, money for service and complaint cards, and the output is the quality report. Therefore, they can use this report to help them maintain their service quality. Here is one of the operations that KFC did to maintain their service quality. It is called the DTW test, which is driving through window. Here is a process map I draw for you to understand how modern KFC's DTW works. Time for service have always been important for quick service restaurants. Back in 1989, KFC's service time became slow, and their profit margin dropped from 18 to 8%. In order to fix it, KFC did much research and came up with 4 standards for their DTW service, which are: first, take no more than 2 steps to get what customer needs. Second, do not bend over to get stuff. Third, do not lift anything up. Fourth, reach up and pull down what is needed for customer's order. Based on these 4 standards, KFC accomplished 60 seconds DTW service, which seems impossible to be done, and successfully turned their profit margin back to 18%. Then is the KFC's innovation on products, which plays a virtual role in operation management. KFC has a product improvement team, which takes responsibilities of developing new products and research to make sure new products will perform well in the market. KFC's products were never immutable. They innovate their product based on the work trend and other external factors. As an example, a couple years ago, with the rise of vegetarian culture, more and more people became vegetarians, which also leads the demand of vegetarian food rise. And KFC's product improvement team acted in this situation. They came up with a set of new vegetarian products which maintain features of KFC. Also with a slogan, "So wack, so good," which were a success in KFC India and around the world. It is noticeable that Yum expenses over $20 million since 2017 for the innovation of products. And here is a processing map I drew myself based on my research of KFC and interview on one of the KFC franchise managers in China. And there are two parts I think innovation on products of KFC is related with 4V series. First is the marketing department feedback part. It is showing in the process map. Their job is to test the performance of new products to see how much the sales volume is and then decide whether this product is going to be officially sales or not. Then is the product diversity. KFC is well known as their 11 herbs made chicken, but by the innovation on products, it gives consumer of KFC more choices and also helps the KFC not rely on one or two product, which eventually lead the success of KFC. Thank you. Now, move on to my teammate.
Okay, when talking about the sustainable development, KFC also makes some progresses to reduce the waste. KFC of Plano in Texas announced a new global sustainability statement that all plastic-based consumer-facing packaging replaceable or reusable by 2025. To achieve this, KFC decided to collaborate with major suppliers and franchises around the world in order to find out the substitutes of plastic products. So here we can use the transformation process to analyze the KFC's operation. Firstly, KFC chose to make an audit of the current franchises systems to identify opportunities to reduce the plastic waste. From the picture, we can see that KFC worked with suppliers to find the current substitutes of current items, such as the plastic lids, straws, the cutlery, and the bags. Then KFC also allow their franchises to implement their own sustainable development plans in order to cater the local people's needs. For example, KFC in Singapore announced that they plan to stop offering plastic straws and lids in 84 restaurants. And the KFC UK also set goals that they try to achieve a fully circular and zero waste business by 2035. So after the transformation process, KFC can successfully replace the plastic to paper products and hence reduce the negative impacts to the environment. And at the same time, they can improve their own corporate image. Okay, now let's talk about the supply chain process of KFC. So when considering the products that KFC provide are all fast-moving consumer goods. So in order to build an efficient supply chain, it is necessary for KFC to strengthen the promotion of products, the purchase, and the inventory control of raw materials. So the process map above shows a basic supply process of KFC. Firstly, each KFC restaurant will deliver the order demand to the distribution center, and the distribution center will place the order to suppliers after processing. Then the suppliers will deliver goods to the distribution center, and the distribution center will deliver goods back to the restaurants according to the line. So generally, this series of actions will be worked in order, but any small issue rise in one single process may bring the disastrous failure. In 2018, the KFC UK changed its original the logistic provider Bidvest to DHL, and this action caused 750 out of 900 outlets in UK were forced to shut down in a short time because they ran out of chickens. The main cause was that the systems that DHL provided by the company QSL did not have enough experiences handling the cold food chain system with the different temperatures. And at the same time, the DHL used only one distribution center, while the Bidvest used 6 before, and that made KFC did not have any backup plans when their food rot in the distribution center. Okay, now let's move on to my next group member to introduce more details about the KFC.
Start the conclusion. After decades of development, KFC has become the world's third largest chain fast food restaurant after the McDonald's and the Subway. KFC succeeds has important links with the group project and operation management, marketing, stable supply chain. So the application of the operation analyzed by my team members shows the improvement of KFC at the management level. KFC is essentially a service industry, and the service industry is based on the customer demand as the first service criterion. Using the complementary procedures to improve the supervision of the franchise and improve customer satisfaction, innovate and improve products in order to expand the marketing to attract more customers. As one of the largest fast food companies, KFC attracts a great importance to sustainable development, reduce non-environmental consumables such as the plastic and paper through the development of action standards and audits. So their section undoubtedly have a great positive effect on KFC's international reputation.